Just when we thought the Serie A title was nailed on for Juventus, up steps AC Milan to give the chasing pack a bit of a boost. We'll talk about that shock and, of course, the rest of the results coming up next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction show. Today, we're going to take a look at match number 32 out in Italy, and we'll get to it in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash the old subscribe button. Keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Serie A related, related. We got it all here, boys. Under one roofski, that's right. Got papers everywhere. Papers everywhere. Yo, that's right. Got papers everywhere. Yo. Yeah, before we jump into match number 32, we're going to take a look back, of course, match day number 31. But before that, I want a big shout out. I don't know if you caught it last time out, but I got a new Patreon, that's right. Respect to you, William Shepherd. Yes, welcome to the amazing gang, the beautiful gang. It's the Patreon gang, that's right. So William Shepherd joins the illustrious crew of Russell Frost, Tom Beresford, Cody Gaho, Aztec Marky Mark, John Spurn, Noko Drinker, Bianca Molo, Daniel Mella, and LG and Cow. If you want to join that illustrious VIP gang and become brothers for life, family forever, best mates, you know, in the whole wide world, there is a link down in the old description. Patreon.com/Roverseas for the price of a cheap cup of coffee. I don't talk about that Starbucks expensive stuff. I'm talking about, you know, Nescafe, you know, the instant kind. You could go as little or as much as you like. Check out the description down below. Whoa, this is transparent. No way. I'm hiding. Whoa. Anyway, let's get into it. Let's get talking, of course, about the games that took place just these few days. Of course, we're still actually in a match day. But I'll talk more about that in a minute. Okay, then, so let's take a look at it. This is the Serie A we're talking about. This is the criteria. 0 to 3, you get shit-faced ganged on. 4-6, you're in the straight-faced club. And 7+, you're in the top banana. Alrighty then, let's kick it off then. Back in Tuesday, Lecce took on Lazio, and they picked up a surprise 2-1 win in the end on that bad boy. Babacar Lucioni on the score sheet for Lecce. Philippe Sessedao getting on the score sheet for Lazio, and Patrick get himself sent off. I actually saw 3 goals in this myself, but I went the other way. I went 3-0 for Lazio. Got that one wrong. The surprise of the day or the weekend was AC Milan turning over the leaders and runaway favourites and champions currently. AC Milan, they took care of business against Juventus 4-2 in the end. Zlatan on the score sheet once again, back-to-back games I think for him now. Frank Kessie, Rafael Leao and Anthony Rebic as they come back from 2-0 behind. Eden Rabiot and Cristiano Ronaldo giving Juventus a 2-0 lead. All those last 4 goals, well, 3 of them came within a 5-minute cluster for AC Milan, and then they actually put a cherry on top with Rebic in the 80th minute. I actually saw a bit of a struggle for Juventus, but I didn't think they'd go all out this way. I actually saw a 2-2 draw, but AC Milan came out with the victory to give themselves a boost and kind of put a halt on Juventus's runaway charge. Unfortunately, Lazio couldn't really take any advantage of it, really. But moving on. I got this one wrong. It looks like it's already revealed. 0-0. Final score between Fiorentina and Cagliari. I actually went with a 1-0 win in favour of Fiorentina. So got that one wrong. No goals on that bad boy. Genoa took care. Well, they played Napoli. 2-1 final score. Napoli with the victory. Dries Mertens, Herving Lozano on the score sheet for Napoli. Golddigger's on the score sheet for Genoa. I actually saw this as a 2-0 win for Napoli. Not too shabby. Torino, they did beat Brescia 3-1 in the end. Big fact, OG Matteu gave Torino the lead. Belotti and Zaza sealing it for the home side. Ernesto Trogadrosa getting on the score sheet for Brescia. 1-1 for me. Yeah, but a bit. I was thinking more of a bit of a stagnant affair, but no, credit to Torino, picked up a victory. Brescia, they have pretty much gone already. Roma, they did beat Parma 2-1 in the end, get back to winning ways. Again, goes from Mkhitaryan and Vertut for the hosts. Kuka from the penalty spot for Parma. Gave them the lead, actually. I actually saw this as a 3-1 win for Roma, so not too shabby. Atalanta did beat Sampdoria, my boys, 2-0 in the end. I actually saw this as a 4-0 win myself. Rafael Tolio and Luis Muriel on the score sheet for Atalanta. So they put up another 3 points to keep maintain their Champions League push for next season. Bologna lost to Sassuolo in the end at home. Domenico Berardi and Lucas Harasan give the visitors the win. Moussa Barra on the score sheet again. He seems to be banging in the goals for fun. I actually saw this as a 1-1 draw myself. So the other two, we don't know about it yet because they're going to be taking place today. That's right. I got Udinese to beat SPAL. We don't know, of course. And we've got Inter Milan to draw away to Hellas Verona, who have a new logo. I think it'll be around for new season. We'll have that already. I've got it already ready, folks. So ultimately, I did 3. I got 3, which means I'm in one of these. I'm in the shitter. I'm in the shitter, boys. Who's with me? But this is the situation out on the table right now. Of course, Juventus still 7 points clear over Lazio. No real gain yet. AC Milan could get themselves back into third with the win. Leapfrog Atalanta in the process. Roma and Napoli make up the top 6. AC Milan just on the cusps as well. Genoa, Brescia, and SPAL going down as it stands. Oh, yes. Yeah, well, that's a surprise. Lecce with the victory. Genoa could be heading to Serie B, boys. Could be heading down that way. So, yeah, before we get into look at your predictions, I want to tell you about next season, folks. Next season, we have the Prediction League. That's right. What's the Prediction League? Well, it's just what you're doing right now, but there'll be an actual league structure. And during the course of the season, I'll keep you updated with who is the best predictor with the lot of yous. It's probably going to be me, because I'm just the best. But you just, in order for you to take part, you just put your predictions in. You've got to be on a regular basis. You've got to take part in more than, a regular amount. I'm not saying show up every single week, but if you're, 2/3 or 3/4, I don't know, you've got to be consistent. You can't just show up for 1 week and get 100% and then go, I'm the best predictor. That's very, very good and all that. But I think there's going to be an average, and we'll figure all that out when the kickoff of the new season comes around. But yes, so if you want to remind yourself of whenever these videos pop up, smash the subscribe and of course smash the little bell, and then you'll know when we're here, and occasionally we might actually go live. Let's have a look at what you guys got on then, shall we? Look at the patrons flashing. Oh yes, Bianca Muller is a patron and she did very, very well, so give her a round of applause. Well done to Bianca. Miles A did shit just like me, but it's okay this week. If I do shit, it's okay. It's okay. Ishan Ujaja Boss, he did very, very well for himself. Michael Coccian, not too shabby as well. Italian Stalin pulled it back. Not too shabby. Yannick Bustler did shitteroni son, not bad, not shitty poo. Football Mapper did pretty good for himself. Keaton Zamoni, not too shabby. Il Machinino de Nonosa Isa, he did pretty well as well. Cody Gaho, well done to you, sir. Straight face. Costas K, not too shabby. Vecho Vasic, not too bad. Vincent Hong, also very, very well. And Shepard, of course, the new patron. Well done. Looks like I was in the minority this week. Me, Yannick, and Miles A. So let's take a look at this next coming match day then, shall we? A match day number 32. It's going to be starting on Thursday all the way through till Monday. That's right, a 4-day bender of football out in Serie A. And we're going to kick it all off. Lazio, they're going to be taking on Sassuolo. Let's take a closer look at this bad boy then, shall we? The last 6 encounters sees 4 wins for Lazio, 0 wins for Sassuolo, and 2 draws between 2 sides. They played in Sassuolo early in the season. It was a 2-1 win for Lazio. Immobile and Caicedo on the score sheet for Lazio. Francesco Caputo on the score sheet for Sassuolo. The last time played in Rome, though, it was a 2-2 draw. Everyone got to home a point. Heading into this, Sassuolo have actually scored at least 3 goals in the last 4 matches in Serie A, but Lazio have actually, what's their form book heading into this? Lazio, okay form book, but it's back-to-back defeats for them overall, and in fact, just 2 wins at the past 5, 3 wins at the past 6 if you want to open up the floodgates a little bit. Meanwhile, Sassuolo on an unbeaten run of 5 games, beating 3 wins, 2 draws in that cluster heading into this. Of course, the bookmakers' odds, we want to know what the bookmakers think on this one. They go 2-1 on for Lazio. The red hot favourites, 7-2 is the draw, 90-4 is the away win. Sassuolo head into this. They're on the rise at the moment. They are, where are they? They're up to 8th right now. 43 points on the board. A win for them would put them to 46. And maybe an outside push for Europa League. You would never know. Meanwhile, the opposition, Lazio, are in second. They're a good 7 points adrift off first place, but they need to win and hope for something for Juventus up against Atalanta, which is not an easy game, I might say. So this one's going to be a tough one, but I'm going to side with Lazio. They need to bounce back, and they need to bounce back now if they're going to get anything out of it. So I'm going with a 3-0 win. Next up, we have Brescia. They're going to be taking on the other Roma side, Roma. The last 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Brescia, 2 wins for Roma, and 2 draws. However, the last win for Brescia was back in 2010, so it's a good 10 years since they beat Roma. But they did play earlier in the season. It was a 3-0 win for Roma. Smalling on the score sheet, Mancini and Dzeko as well to wrap up the 3 points. The last time played in Brescia was all the way back in 2010, and they did, and they were victorious. Heading into this, Roma have actually conceded at least 2 goals in the last 5 away matches, and they've also lost their last 3 matches in Serie A. Is that correct? Away. That's not correct. They just won. They just beat Parma. They just beat Parma. Anyway, prior to that one, they lost 3. So they won 1 in the last 3. So there we go. Heading into this, of course, Brescia, just 1 win for them at the past 6 as well. So it's not looking good. Two teams out of form, but you'd ultimately think Roma will come out on top. The bookmakers odds on this one, 5-1 for Brescia. Long shots, 50-4 is the draw. 9-4 on for Roma. They are red hot favourites. So a win for Brescia, who they're out pretty much. They're 21 points on the board. We'll put them up to 24 points. They need a win if they're going to get themselves any. It's already doomed, I think. The only team that's got any hope is Genoa to stay out of this. But yeah, Brescia, they need a win. They're on 21 points, so put them up to 24. Roma, though, they're coming to this fifth of the table. A win for them could put up to 54. Still 10 points adrift off that fourth spot, which is occupied by Inter as of recording. So heading into this, I'm going to go with a 2-2 win. Of course, got to go with Roma on this one. Brescia are shit. Roma are okay. The wheels may have come off Roma's Champions League push a long time ago, but they're still a decent side. Next up, we have probably the game of the week. Is Juventus up against Atalanta. That's right, going to take place in Juve, in Turin. The last 6 encounters sees 3 wins for the hosts, 2 draws, and 1 win for Atalanta. They played in early in the season in Atalanta. It was a 3-1 win for Juventus. Higuain with a brace, and Diabala as well on the score sheet for Juventus. Guzan's on the score sheet for Atalanta. Juventus are actually undefeated in their last 36 home matches. That's the stat that you got to remember right there. But meanwhile, Atalanta have actually won their last 8 matches in Serie A. Also, Juventus are undefeated in their last 19 home matches against Atalanta. Goodness gracious me, they like staying at home, don't they? But heading into this, the form book is with the Atalanta. They've won actually the past 6 games. Meanwhile, Juventus have only won 4 of the past 6. Picking up a defeat last time out against AC Milan and a draw all the way back midway through June against Napoli. So form is with Atalanta, but they're up against a juggernaut that is Juventus at home. Bookmakers odds evens for this one for Juventus. Does take place on the Saturday, the 11th of July. 30-5 is the draw. 5-2 is the away win. Of course, Juventus are top of the pops at the moment, and a win could extend their lead to 10 points, depending on what goes on with Lazio. Meanwhile, Atalanta are in third, and a win for them could see them rise above Lazio in the process. Depending on what goes on there as well. Tough old boots this one, but I'm going to stick with the home form. Juventus are deadly at home. 3-1 win. Comfortable. Next up, we have Genoa up against SPAL. Relegation 6 point in this one. Must win for Genoa. If they win, they could get themselves out of the old drop zone. Let's take a close look at the match itself. It does take place on Sunday, the 12th of July. The last 6 encounters see 0 wins. In fact, the last 5 encounters, 0 wins for Genoa, 1 win for SPAL, and 4 draws. And you're going to go all the way up to 2017 for the last victory. It was in SPAL, and it was a 1-0 win for SPAL. So it's 4 1-1 draws on the spin. Will it be 5? Well, let's take a little look. SPAL have actually lost 8 of the last 10 matches in Serie A, whereas Genoa have actually lost their last 4 home matches. So two teams looking for a point, or at least a result. Genoa's form is not horrific. 3 defeats in the past 6, and 3 games where they picked up points. 5 points out of possible 16. The bookmakers odds on this one, taking place on the Sunday, is 70-20 on Genoa. Are red hot favourites. 30-5 is the draw. 3-1 is the long shot, which is SPAL. Heading into this, of course, SPAL are rooted to the bottom of the table, 19 points on the board. A win could actually see them leapfrog Brescia in the process. Genoa are 18th, and a win for them could give them 30 points and leapfrog Lecce, who take on Cagliari later on the weekend sort of thing. So it's a tough one. As I said, there's been back-to-back draws here, but I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Genoa, and that'll give them a boost and maybe get them out of the drop zone this weekend. Parma taking on Bologna this weekend as well. This game takes place also on Sunday, the 12th of June. The last 3 encounters sees 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 win for Bologna. No wins for Parma. They played earlier in the season in Bologna. It was a 2-2 draw back in November. The goal scorers on that day, Dejan Kulivievski and Simon Icaponi for Parma, Rodrigo Palacio and Bellingham Desamali on the score sheet for Bologna. Heading into this, Parma have actually lost their last 4 home matches. They've also lost with a goal margin in the last 4 home matches as well. So that's not much of a stat there. Heading into this, 4 defeats on the spin for Parma, both home and away. Just 1 defeat of the past, 1 win of the past 6. Whereas Bologna just 1 defeat of the past 4. That was last time out against Sassuolo. Heading into this, the bookmakers odds on this one taking place on the 12th of July. 17-10 for Parma, 11-5 is the draw. 13-8 is your long shots. That is your visitors. A win for Bologna, who are currently find themselves in 10th, could see them shoot up to 8th in the process with 44 points. Their opposition, of course, Parma coming to this, where are they? 12th at the moment. They could shoot up to as high as 9th in the process as well. So 2 teams in that mid-table cluster. It's a tough one. I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. What are you guys going to go? Make sure you get your predictions in nice and early. Next up, we have Fiorentina up against Hellas Verona. Of course, Hellas and Verona in action today as of recording. But they're going to take on Fiorentina on the 12th of July. The last 6 encounters between these two sides see 6 wins for Fiorentina. Sorry, 3 wins for Fiorentina, 2 wins for Verona, and 1 draw. They played in Verona early in the season. It was a 1-0 win for Verona. Samuel Di Cameri on the score sheet for Verona. Last time played in Fiorentina in the league was a 4-1 win for Verona. So it's back-to-back wins in Serie A between these two sides. Back-to-back wins for Verona stretching all the way back to 2018. Heading into this, though, Verona actually failed to win their last 7 away matches in Serie A, whereas Fiorentina also failed to win their last 6 home matches. So 2 teams are finding it difficult to get results. However, coming into this, just 2 defeats of the past 6 for Fiorentina, 2 defeats of the past 5 for Verona. 2 similar sort of forms on this one. Heading into this, the bookmakers' odds on this bad boy. Fiorentina are 11-10 for the victory. 12-5 is the draw. 12-5 is also the victory for the odds for a Verona victory. Verona come into this 9th of the table. A win for them could see them rise up to 8th. A win for Fiorentina, who are in 13th, could see them get closer to 12th spot. Well, can't do it this time out. But I'm going with a 2-1 win for Verona on this one. They're a tricky side. Last season they were in Serie B. They ain't going there this year. They're staying up, boys. Next up we have Cagliari. They're going to be taking on Lecce this midweek or weekend, whatever it is. 12th of July. Again, this last 6 encounters sees 3 wins for Cagliari, 1 win for Lecce, and 2 draws. One of those draws was last time out in Lecce, around about November time. 2-2 was an absolute belter game. 4 goals, 3 red cards. Yo Pedro and Ngangalan on the score sheet for Cagliari. Lapudala with a goal and a sending off for himself. Cardoni getting the other goal for Lecce. Robin Olsen and Fabio Calacototti also got themselves sent off for Cagliari. Woo! Heading into this, Lecce have actually conceded at least 4 goals in the last 3 away matches, and they've also lost 6 of the last 7 away matches as well. Heading into this, though, yeah, looking ropey form for Lecce, but they did win last time out against Lazio. Maybe that'll be a springboard for something else. Meanwhile, Cagliari just lost once in the past 5. That was against Atalanta a couple games back. Bookmakers' odds on this one, Cagliari are 6-4 favourites, or 6-4 on favourites. 3-1 is a draw. 15-4 is the away win on this one. A win for Cagliari in 11th could see them up to 8th in the table, whereas their opposition, Lecce, currently find themselves in 17th spot. They need a win to maintain their position outside the drop zone, but a win could see them up to 31 points, and that means it'll be game on. And then the relegation match battle could be alive for the likes of Fiorentina, Torino, Udinese, Sampdoria. They could all get sucked back into it should Lecce pick up a victory here. I'm going to go with a 2-0 win, though, for Cagliari. They look decent at home, so we'll make sure of it there. Udinese taking on Sampdoria this weekend. Relegation, or could be a relegation 6 point in this one. Heading into this, the last 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Udinese, 3 wins for Sampdoria, and 1 draw. They played in Sampdoria early in the season. It was a 2-1 win for the Sampdorianos. Gabbiadini on the score sheet, Gaston Ramirez as well for Sampdoria. Natrasevsky on the score sheet for Udinese, and Matteo Giagiallo getting himself sent off on that one. Udinese have actually failed to win 10 of the last 11 matches in Serie A, and they've also scored at least 2 goals in the last 3 away matches, but they were losing them. Is that right? Yeah. Heading into this, 2 wins at the past 3 games for Sampdoria as they approach this game. Meanwhile, Atalanta just 1 win in the past 4. That was against against Roma, though, at the start of July. Bookmakers' odds on this one on Sunday the 12th of July, 29-20 for Udinese, 90-10 Sampdoria, 11-5 is the draw. Win for Sampdoria currently find themselves in 16th, could see them rise up to 13th. Whereas a win for Udinese in 15th could see them rise up to 13th as well. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw in this one. They're pretty even Stevens in that table, 15th, 16th at the moment. At a point, it won't do anyone the world of good, but it'll keep them pretty much where they are at the end. 1-1 final score for me. Next up, we have Napoli. There we taking on AC Milan. Game of the week, yes, the Gattuso derby. That's right. Heading into this, the last 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Napoli, 1 win for the AC Milan, 3 draws. One of those draws was last time out in Milan. It was a 1-1 draw back in November. Bonaventura on the score sheet for AC Milan, Herving Lozano on the score sheet for Napoli. However, the last time played in Naples was back in 2018. It was a 5-goal belter. Napoli with the win, 3-2 in the end. Zielinski with a brace. Mertens as well on the score sheet. Bonaventura again on the score sheet. Calibiera as well on the score sheet for AC Milan as they came out with nothing. Heading into this, Napoli have actually won 7 of the last 8 matches in Serie A, and they've also scored at least 2 goals in the last 5 matches at home. AC Milan have actually scored at least 2 goals in the last 5 matches as well. So 2 teams very, very good form. In fact, AC Milan probably have the better form. They do have the better form mathematically as well. Picking up, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14 points of a possible 18, whereas Napoli have picked up 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 points of a possible 18. Bookmakers' odds on this tricky one taking place on Sunday the 12th of July, 21-20 for Napoli, 12-5 is the away win, 5-2 is the draw. Napoli come into this 6th in the table, 51 points on the board. A win for them could see them leapfrog Roma into 5th. AC Milan actually 7th in the table. A win for them could see them leapfrog over Roma into 5th as well. I'm going with the 2-1 win. I think AC Milan got the bit between the teeth right now. Gattuso's derby. They want to get one over on him, of course. So yeah, 3 points away from home. Zlatan from the penalty spot, and someone else will get the other goal. And finally, it'll be Inter Milan up against Torino this weekend. This one goes into Monday, the 13th of July. The last 6 encounters sees 2 wins for Torino, 1 win for Inter Milan, 3 draws between the 2 sides. They did play in Torino earlier in the season. It was back in November. Martinez, Devaj, and Lukaku on the score sheet for Inter Milan. The last time I played in Inter Milan, or in Milan, it was a 2-2 draw back in 2018. Torino have actually lost the last 6 away matches in Serie A. heading into this, and only once in the past 4 games. That was against Brescia last time out. Of course, Inter Milan in action today against Verona, but before that, just 1 defeat in the past 4 for them. They did lose to Bologna last time out. Bookmakers odds on this one heading into this 20 to 9 on for Inter Milan, red hot favourites. 7-2 is the draw. 11-2 is the away win on this bad boy. A win for Torino currently finds themselves in 14th spot. Could see them rise above Fiorentina to 13th. Win for Inter Milan in 4th. Plus, combined with the result tonight against Verona, they could mathematically go up to 70 points, which would push them to 2nd. However, if they were to lose one of them and only pick up the 3 points, they could go up to 3rd above Atalanta in the end, depending on what goes on elsewhere. Of course, I'm going to go with a 3-0 win for Inter Milan on this one. It is a stone-cold home win. If I ever saw one, that's what's going to happen. Anyway, if I was predicting the balls just right, this is what the situation would look like at the end of match day number 32. Juventus would lead the way, 78 points. That's right. Lazio will be in 2nd, 71 points. Inter Milan will be in 3rd, 67 points. It does not include that game the games that take place tonight. Atalanta will be in 4th as well. Down the bottom will be Lecce, Brescia, and SPAL going down. Genoa staying up. That's my predictions in for today. Make sure you get your predictions in for this coming weekend as well. And speaking of predictions, don't forget the Prediction League, boys and girls, taking place next season. That's right. You've got a chance to win yourself a t-shirt. No cost to you at all. Cost to me, yes, there is. And speaking of cost, if you want to support the channel in another way, you can go to patreon.com/Roverseas and support the channel if you're so. Am I in front of that back? I am. So yeah, for as little or as much as you like, make sure you check that sucker out. It's in the old description down below. Thank you anyway for those patrons who are currently supporting the channel. And of course, I appreciate you guys too for subscribing. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you give the video some love. Smash the thumbs up. I've got lots of stuff planned for the channel as well in the next few months. Of course, new season's going to be coming around the corner. I've got lots of stuff going on behind the scenes. And hopefully in the next few weeks, we'll celebrate 15,000 subscribers. And I'll tell you more about the plans and stuff like that. So in order to do that, again, smash the subscribe. Get me closer. I think I'm down to the last 50 to get over the line. Anyway, that's it. Be sure to give your video some love. Get your predictions in nice and early. And I'll see you all on the other side. Thanks again for watching. Please like, share, and most importantly, hit the subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, football related. We've got it all covered right under one roof. And while I still have you, please be sure to check out some of the old videos scattered along here. I hope.